Today's episode of Wine Time Fridays is brought to you in part by our friends at CDA Gourmet and J. Bookwalter Wines.
It's been a long week, right? Are you ready to wind down? Why not? It's time for the Wine Time Fridays podcast with Shelley and Phil. Neither are sommeliers, but both have a deep passion for life, each other, and of course, delicious wine. And now, here to talk about this week over a glass of wine is Shelley and Phil. It's wine time.
Alphabet soup. Alphabet wine.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wine Time Fridays with Shelley and Phil. On this Friday, the last Friday of the first month of the new year, January 31, episode 250, Shelley. Happy Friday. It's wine time.
This one's easier to ring.
Is that right?
Yes.
You're so cute. Okay, so we have a reception wine. It's a rosé. It's this one right
It's
here.
a rosé. We have no idea where
I don't remember where it came from, so I'm a little...
But I did turn it into a cute reel.
Yes, you did. Actually, I'm going to ask... I have that video, actually.
Okay,
I will
put
post
it
that.
on Instagram.
I will put... No, I could put it on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I'm always looking for content in between the episode posts. Oh. You would have loved the one on, was it Wednesday night? I wanted to do I couldn't find anything, so I was going to go, let's do a wine word of the week. We did structure last week. So I found a photo of a bridge and the structure. And all I said is put structure on the bridge. It has nothing to do with wine. And then I did the whole thing in the caption about it wasn't my best work. It wasn't my best work. For all you new listeners out there, welcome.
This
is great.
Goofball. A bit of a goofball, as my cousin Tara would say.
I'm a goofball? Mm-hmm. I resemble that.
I know.
Okay. Anyway, this is the rosé we're having for our reception wine, and it's pretty delish. I think everything's going to be delicious tonight for reasons that we're not going to discuss. So, there we go. All right. Let's just open our first wine. There's a little bit of story behind this. This is from our friend Sarah over at Pilgrim's. She's very excited about this winery. So much so, she got us to pick up 2 bottles. One that we're about to open, if I can figure out the foil. We're not going to do a rinse pour on this, right?
Right.
Okay. And then a red blend. And so, Dineen is the winery, Dineen Vineyards. And we knew very little about it, but as this week progressed and we kept pushing off our recording date, I happened to have a conversation with Susan she's the GM at Dineen. Oh, yeah. And we had a nice, lovely conversation. Here's a little teaser. We're going to feature wines and people from Dineen.
Yay. During Washington Wine Month.
During
first Washington.
In March. In Susan's word, we don't want to wait till August.
The second Washington Wine Month.
Oh, that was a little more than I should have. I'm sorry. We have one glass. That's all right.
It's evening.
It is evening. Here, let me help you with that. There we go.
Now I have to hurt.
This is a 2023 Dineen Vineyards.
Katie went to school with Kyle Dineen.
I wonder if it's the same family.
Probably not, but...
a white blend called Condriesque. Condriesque.
Ah.
There we go. I actually had it... I thought I spelled it out on my notes. Apparently I did not. Condriesque.
The grape is called Condriesque?
No, it's the blend. It's the blend. It's a
blend.
region in the Rhone region in
Well, it's
France.
on your... Yes, it's right here.
Oh, I did. Oh, Confriesque. Confriesque.
Condriesque.
But it's not free.
Condriesque.
Yeah, I didn't even do the pronunciation very well. Well, do you hear that sound? That's a
not
bunch of
your
people turning
best
off our podcast, so we should probably get going a little bit more.
We should send them free wine for listening.
There you go.
If
That's
we only could.
that's against everything, all rules, laws, and ability. So,
And financial.
to health, wealth, and abundance, gratitude, romance,
And peace on earth.
and peace on earth and relationships,
Yeah.
building them, not tearing them down.
Yes.
Oh, there's a little golden apple on the nose. We got a little bit of
Ooh,
pear.
What is that? Yes, it's like canned pears. Why do I
canned pear.
remember
We have all
canned
sorts of
fruit
canned
so
pears
well?
from downstairs. I will eat them. They're about 12 years old.
I know. It is canned pears.
Let's give it a whirl, a twirl.
I did. Twirl, twirl, like dancers.
Shelley, you know better. That is delicious. And I'm going to tell you, it is coating the back of my tongue like a warm blanket.
Really? It's chilled even.
I know, it is. This is really, really good. 13.3 alcohol. You ready for the breakdown?
Sure.
50% Viognier
Ah,
from Rose's Block. Rose's Block Viognier. 50% Roussan
They name
from
all
Laney's
their-
Block.
they name all their blocks after people in their family.
As it should be. Really, as it should be, right?
Yeah.
Handpicked from their certified sustainable vineyard. Vineyard would be what they say up in Canada
Vineyard.
or in Australia.
Yard.
And we love the sustainable thing. This is really good.
It is good.
Sorry. I'm infatuated and encapsulated. Encaptured.
Encapsulated?
I have a word. It just is not coming out of my head.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
All right. So this vineyard is in Yakima Valley, family owned and operated. Pat and Lainey Dineen. In 2001, they bought 12 acres of land. And then later on, they bought another 80 acres. And so the original plot was an apple orchard. I would have a lot of trouble going into an apple orchard and tearing out all the fruit.
They did a lot of that in the Chelan area.
Yeah.
Yeah. They pulled all sorts of apple orchards out. And I agree with you. As much as I love wine and I love the idea of vineyards, it's so beautiful.
Apple orchards are also beautiful.
Yeah, but maybe it's just because I love
guess-
wine so much, but
Yes, but I guess they don't last as long, probably.
maybe not. I think the whole market of exporting apples kind of, I wouldn't say dried up, but it kind
That's why
of,
they have applets and cotlets. They all dried up.
they're in Kashmir, applets and cotlets.
I know.
I get what you're saying. That's very funny. Shelley made a joke.
Dad joke.
It's a Shelley dad joke. That's the best. This is really, really fun. Do you realize that one of their, I think one of their wines that they're most well known for is a Cabernet Franc.
Really?
Yes. Recently they did an event, I think it's called Let's Be Franc.
Let's be frank.
When she said that, I'm like, I bet that's Cabernet Franc. And I said, you don't know this, but that's what I really love. I do. I love Cab Franc, which there's a possibility I might insist on one of those wines we taste through be their Cab Franc.
Or else we'll just have to buy it. When we go there, we have to visit there. It looks like a very pretty winery.
Yeah, and Susan said they're really being, I don't know if she used the word aggressive, but I will say they're being very proactive at getting into the Oregon market and the Idaho market.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So the fact that Sarah tipped us off to this, and the conversation I had this week with Susan, I'm pretty excited. We may have another new friend.
Yay.
We like
new friends.
Yes, we do. Because we're all about
Especially when
building
they
up
grow
relationships,
Yeah.
not tear them down.
Well, you'll have to ask us in private what all that is about.
Yes. I wanted to mention something. I was very excited. Shelley doesn't even know a lot of this story yet, but I came up one day and I said, February is Delaware Wine Month. And we have wineries that want to be featured from Delaware. And they said, we're not one of the states they ship to.
Oh, dear.
I think that they can only ship to 3 states. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't just take you out of
Can
the...
they ship to Washington?
That's a good question.
mean,
We
they'll pick
might
it up.
have some friends over at Liberty Lake Cellars, huh?
Yeah.
I might have to look into that. Because here's the thing. When you hamstring yourself with those laws, it's a Delaware thing. It's not the winery's fault.
Yeah.
How do you get your name out? What's wrong? Now I have to lean in closer.
I don't know. You have a big voice.
I do have a big voice. Too big, some would say. Anyway, tomorrow starts Delaware Wine Month, which I still think is cool, and we'll still look into it. I might have to call some people and find out.
Order from Total Wine, maybe.
Well, no, I don't know if that would work, because I
We'll
don't know
figure
if that
this
would-
out on our own.
Yeah, we could talk about it for the next 10 minutes,
We
or
could.
we could take a break, and when we come back, we're moving to red.
Okay. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays, episode 250 on this Friday, last day of January. It's been a long week. It's been a busy week. It's been
Today-
good, but today it was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, yesterday was low
Or-
40s. Today was in the 40s. Last night got down to 30. Wow, because we've been hitting the low teens and the mid-teens.
Yeah, that's
So we're... that's a great segue. The 2025 Snow Watch. It's the same as last week.
Well, I mean, we were supposed to have snow tomorrow, but I don't think we are now.
I don't know. It may be a real
Rain?
wet snow in the form of like rain. But today, Shelley, I didn't even put this in the notes. You have a big thing going on today. You should talk a little bit about that while I'm opening this. This is really exciting.
Today as in tomorrow, because we're recording this Thursday night, which
Well-
we usually record it much earlier, but it's been a busy week. I'm teaching a workshop tomorrow for some ladies on how to create your best year ever. It's like a 4-hour workshop. We're going to have tea things like
Tea things?
finger sandwiches and little sweet treats.
I want to be invited.
Sorry, you can't come.
I'm your tech person. I'll be there.
No, this is not requiring tech. It's actually in person. We're going to have workbooks.
I
working
did
on
not
workbooks.
know this. Where are you holding this?
You didn't know it was in person?
No.
I told you. that.
Where is it?
It's at somebody's barn house.
I
The
had
barndominium.
I had no clue. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna be all by
that's
myself
why
all
I
day
was
with
at
Lucy.
Pilgrim's yesterday searching for clotted cream. But they didn't know what it was, but they did have creme fraiche, so that works.
Okay. Good. What I just poured.
They said, we don't have clotted cream, we have cottage. No, that's not it.
Oh.
It's an English thing, but
This
they
is
did
an-
have lemon curd, so there you go.
This is an educational podcast on things more than just wine. This is a 2022 Dineen Vineyards Vintner's Blend Red Wine. Both these wines came in at about $23 at Pilgrim's Market. Look at that.
Very inexpensive.
Doesn't that look good? No, there we go. There we go.
Too.
Perfect.
Not good.
Nope. There we go. For you, those of you on YouTube, you're rolling your eyes. All right. Let's give this a twirl. Yeah. Nice. Soft. Nose. Hashtag. Cheersing.
Cheers. Oh, that's yummy. Very yummy.
Yeah, that is.
What is in this one? What's the blend?
Yeah, normally I would ask Shelley that because she does all the research, but kind of
I researched the winery instead of the blend.
one of those weeks. This is, well, in their assemblage, it says it's approachable.
Assemblage.
Yeah, and well
It's a ballet
balanced.
term.
42% Cabernet Sauvignon,
Yep.
27%, let's be franc.
Cab Franc.
Yep. 12% Merlot, 8% Syrah, 6% Malbec, and 5% Petit Verdot.
Wow.
When you add all of that up,
Bordeaux blend with a little
Syrah.
added.
That's right. Hand harvested between October. What's that? October. Those numbers aren't looking. Oh, October 5th and November 7th. Okay, that's quite a big.
That's a long.
Yeah, that's a big opening. 2022. Depending on
Different-
the varietal. There we go.
yes.
Different varietals. Okay, perfect. See, we walk ourselves through these little
Yep.
nuances.
This is really good. That is a great price point for this.
$23 for this quality.
Yeah.
I might also say this is a $28 wine, $28 bottle of wine at the winery. So get it at Pilgrim's, and they don't mind.
And visit the winery.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, come visit the winery. Yeah, that is very, very good. Anything else on that? I just, there's so many things to talk about.
There is.
Tomorrow not only starts Delaware Wine Month,
We're going to be pouring something.
we are pouring at Hospice.
The hospice event.
Yeah,
There may be tickets left, but and it's an event. No, it's sold out.
I'm pretty sure it's sold out.
Oh, you can check. It's a very great event.
If you're gonna
They
do a
have
fundraiser,
wine.
make it a wine tasting
Yeah, they
because
have
those sell out.
A lot of wines and a lot of bites and a lot of. It's a lot of. People dress up.
They
clothes.
do.
They dress up in sequin gowns and everything.
What are you wearing?
I'm not wearing a sequin gown.
I'm
pouring wine. I'm not going to be dressed in
I have
sequin.
to do a shout out to Lisa from Vera's because we get to pour wines from Jay Bookwalter, 4 different readers. So
Yes.
we know all about these wines. We're doing the Merlot, the Cab Sauv, the Sauvignon Blanc, and the Red Blend.
We're not
And
doing the Chardonnay?
no, we'll have to bring that ourselves. I think that might be against the rules.
think
But
it is.
we're also pouring Portlandia.
That's a fun one also.
It is, and they have a white Pinot Noir.
That can be fun. People
so-
are going to like that.
Yes, I am so excited about this. We have a lot of fun doing it, and there's a really good energy in that room. When
Yeah.
yeah,
yes.
you know. So that's tomorrow. I would say you could probably go.
And of course, we're hoping to see our favorite auctioneer, Rose.
she'll be there.
Hopefully, she'll
Both
be there.
Rose and Matt will be there. She's the best. Rose Backs. Yeah, BACKS, right?
I think so.
Yeah, she's the best.
She writes so well, too.
By the way, I felt the need to put this into our notes.
What do you
Our
think?
Rotary Club's looking for members. It's okay to say. We're a fun club that we go out and do things in the community, and we're called Rotary on the Rocks. Come on. So if you're
local,
local,
we're looking
yeah,
for members.
please. People just don't understand what Rotary is. It's been around for over 100
service
years.
organization.
Yeah. And I'll save that question for later, but I want to talk a little bit about us.
Uh-oh.
Not you and I,
Oh,
but I wanted to say there's approximately 4.3 million podcasts worldwide. Okay?
and all sorts of different things.
Exactly. As of this month, still this month, the last day, 2025, 94% of podcasts have failed to hit 100 episodes.
Ooh.
But wait.
Consistency is key.
But wait, there's more. 2.3% of the active podcasts have over 200 episodes.
Wow.
We're at 250. We're in a very select group. We hit 250.
Nothing can take the place of persistence.
No. On the downside, this is our last episode.
You hope.
No, I don't hope.
The
You might
listeners hope.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Anyway, I have some more stats and things like that, but I found it very interesting that Spotify is now the most preferred platform, just by like a percentage, over Apple, which Apple's kind of ran that for years. I prefer Spotify. So many people I know.
I do Apple.
You really do?
Because I don't have to pay for Apple.
You don't have to pay for Spotify either. You use my Spotify.
No, I'm not on your family plan.
Oh, we need to change that. By the way, the legs on this is fantastic. I just noticed Shelley's glass has still got legs. Pretty amazing. This is fantastic.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
We are going to take one more.
What's the alcohol in this?
Oh, that's a great
cut to a
question.
break?
Let's go ahead and look on the bottle because I didn't look on the notes. And we are at 14.1. So, I mean, 10 years ago, that would have been hot. Now, that's
Washington.
a little light.
Light for Washington.
Yeah. So, we like that. When we come back, again, we're going to do some business. We have some exciting things coming up. I don't mind saying when we come back. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays, episode 250. We don't make a huge deal about 250 like we do the 100 ones. A Cristal at 100. We had a Barolo at 200. What are we going to do for 300?
We had a Barolo at 200. I thought we had a Sparkler.
Maybe I'm thinking of Barolo at Open That Bottle Night last
We had
year.
a Sparkler that we got from Jesse for 200.
You know, I'm going to have to double check on that. I think you're probably right.
I think so.
Yeah. And maybe the Barolo was Open That
300,
Bottle.
we need a rosé.
Cristal Rosé.
Yeah, maybe that.
So $4,000 in that's going to be about a year, 52 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, episode 300 will be like the second week of January 2026. So
Maybe we
Shelley's
could,
like, oh darn,
we'll throw in 2 extra episodes. So
we
could
can't
have,
do that. It's Wine Time Fridays. How many Fridays do you think are in a week?
Well, sometimes there's more Fridays in a month.
Yeah, but their Fridays is Fridays.
Okay, well,
Let's do the CDA Gourmet Wine Word of the Week.
estate.
Estate. I like that. These are estate wines,
They are.
which is why I chose that word. We have done estate once before, but
Oh, we
it
have?
was like a couple years ago.
Estate refers to a wine producing property that grows and harvests its own grape to produce wine, often with the winemaking facilities located on the same property. But what you didn't throw in, though, is how much percentage it needs to be called estate wine, because there is
Oh.
different rules in different states. I think.
Oh, so you can have like as long as there's 80% or 85%
I'm just
of the
recalling
fruit?
from way back when in California, 78% of something could be called an estate wine. But I don't know.
I think that's 78% of the varietal.
No, there's also an estate.
Okay, interesting.
I think.
Yeah, because I think it's, those percentages are very close, but when you can call something a Merlot, it has to have at least that much to be called a Merlot.
But I think it goes with estate.
I thought
also,
estate had to be
all
way
the-
up there.
Well, it
we
is
should-
way up there,
we
but I
should
don't know what it is.
Ask our friends at Dineen when they come on as guests.
We should, or we can call ChatGPT. I want to phone a friend.
I know phoning a friend. We're not phoning a friend. Some wines we enjoyed this week. We had I don't even know how you pronounce this, but Cute Reserve Chardonnay. That was from Naked. Kestrel Sangiovese. By the way, that's a 2017 Reserve. Really good. Really good.
It was really good, yeah.
Eternal Wine. Heritage Syrah. Now, what was it? Was that last week that we did the Zen Syrah? Either last week or the year before, we did a Zen Syrah. What?
Last week or the year before.
Okay. Okay.
It's been a week.
You're throwing me under the bus for that.
I'm sorry.
Last year or the week before?
Last week or the year before. And we had an Anthony Coster Barrel Select Chardonnay. Easy names. I like that one. We have
Yes, you
things
do.
with easy names.
We have some
Coming
fun-
up.
Okay.
February. International Ferment Day.
This is very easy to drink.
It is. On the 1st, South African Wine Day. On the 2nd, National Rosé Day. In Australia and New Zealand on the 5th. International Syrah Day on the 16th.
We may have been a little ahead of the game last week.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Drink Wine Day on the 18th. International Wine Day. I thought there was another.
International Mulled Wine Day.
Why would you have a mulled wine in the middle of January?
I know, it should be December, right?
Seemingly.
Yeah. I don't make the rules.
International Riesling Day on the 13th of
Yep.
March.
Exactly. And there's also a Malbec Day coming up in March as well. What I didn't put in your notes, but I put in mine, the Coeur d'Alene Downtown Association on Saturday, April 5th, they have got their Wine Fest. And I'm going to put the link in the show notes just in case you wanted to go.
The Wine Fest.
Yep. It's from 2 to 6, and that's all I know.
Is this a walking tour?
I don't think so. Nope. I don't think that's what that is. Not yet. Seems a little early for that. Oh, Shelley's going to be in a parade on March 15th.
St. Patrick's Day Parade.
And I was going to say on February 11th, we're going to be up at Uncorked with Friends.
Yes,
But
we are.
I think that might just be a chamber thing, isn't
It
it?
is. It's
Only?
a chamber thing, but you can buy tickets.
Okay, for the public.
Anyone
yeah.
can buy a ticket.
Yeah, $30. Go up. It's a kind of a business thing that they do these things at small businesses, and Uncorked with Friends is a really nice place up in Hayden. So,
Yeah.
what to expect next week? Oh, by the way, you never mentioned Open That Bottle Night because it wasn't on our notes. It's the last Saturday of every February. And here's a thing. I think Shelley and I are going to open those two
Our
wines that we
made.
created at North Star
Yeah.
last year. I'm a little excited and a little scared
A
about
little
that.
scared.
What to expect next week? Wines for Valentine's Day. I think we're going to open up a port style, some late harvest, maybe an iced wine, as well as a Cabernet.
Sparkler.
Maybe,
Yeah. we
yeah.
have a sparkler.
We might be tasting through a number of wines, and we're going to have chocolate because actually Valentine's Day this year is on the 14th.
Unless you want kitchen cabinets.
What does that mean?
Maybe your loved one would rather have kitchen cabinets.
Kitchens over diamonds?
Yes. Over chocolate. Maybe they don't like chocolate. Maybe they want a new kitchen.
I want to thank you to today's sponsors, CDA Gourmet and J. Bookwalter Wines.
3D cabinets by design. If you'd rather have cabinets than chocolate.
They're not a sponsor anymore. We don't mention them.
But we can mention them anytime.
Anytime we want. I'm not even going to ask Shelley. I'm just going to say with a little bit of knowledge, wine becomes a lot less overwhelming. Thank you for being here. Hello to the new listeners. And hopefully, thank you to the old listeners who continue to listen. We'll see you next week with Wines for Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Thank you for spending part of your day to wind down with Shelley and Phil. Remember, you can listen to any episode of the Wine Time Fridays podcast by visiting winetimefridays.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And join us on our Wine Time Fridays Facebook page, Instagram, or on Twitter, which is @VintageTweets, for daily conversation. Until next week, here's our toast to you. To health, wealth, abundance, gratitude, peace on earth, and of course, romance.